The first way to command respect is through body language that communicates congruence. Congruence means speaking in a way that your body language matches the energy of your words. The easiest way to do this is to use gestures that emphasize your important points.
When we do test screenings, people tell me you're very courageous to लोगों को film दिखा रहे हैं. You're showing the film and a lot of people don't like the first cut and you go through various stages.
That was a subtle gesture, which is a great starting point if you'd like to develop this habit. But the most important reason to use these gestures is that gestures are the easiest way to communicate with confidence. Notice how much his gestures add to the message of what he's saying here. For context, he's talking about the tension filmmakers face between making artistic movies and movies that will be box office hits.
ये struggle हमेशा से है. हमेशा से है.
When you speak like this, people will believe you more easily because you're showing that you believe in yourself. Next time you're talking about something important, see how you can include at least one gesture to go along with it. Sticking with the theme of emphasis, another part of your non-verbal communication that will help you is effective eye contact. There is a natural tendency to look away when you're thinking. You likely already do that. All you have to do is to make eye contact when you're talking about your most important point.
Sincerely feel that when you want stories to travel, you should become more local. The more local you are, the more global you become.
This kind of eye contact will be extremely helpful in group conversations. You might think the best way to talk in groups is to only look at the person who asked you something, but that disengages everybody else. Instead, make eye contact with everyone for a few seconds. Watch Amir Khan's eyes in this clip and notice how he engages everyone.
Because you look younger for much longer.
I swear.
So he said you're going to thank your whatever genes later on. Right now you're cursing them.
Just a quick glance in someone's general direction can be enough in large groups.
Nuzat, Zutshi, हम लोग सब साथ में थे. मैं बोला यार ये लोग हो क्यों कर रहे हैं? I got confused. Second show, every time that shot used to come and I was like, yaar, why are they reacting to this shot?
Now that was a great way to get more respect quickly, but real respect takes time and comes from your reputation. Which brings us to the next habit, win-win thinking. Win-win thinking is a philosophy that seeks benefit for you and everyone else, and it comes from this mindset.
What is good for everyone is also good for me.
Most people have a win-lose mindset, which means they will try to get the best deal for themselves in any negotiation. And to be fair, for one-off transactions, win-lose style of making deals is good. But in selected key relationships in your life, proactively seeking out win-win solutions is the best way to gain respect. Because you're showing that even though you're advocating in your best interest, you have the other person's interest in mind as well. Here's how Amir does it in his films.
The model that I work on is that if let's say a film costs 100 crores to make, उसमें जितने cost हैं, whether it's cast, crew, production costs, post-production costs, everything comes in 100 crores. I don't take any money at all. When the film releases, as it starts earning money, it goes towards the P&A, which is over and above the 100 crores. Now everyone has got their fees and the producer has earned his money back. And then I go into percentage of profit.
Now this is a great deal for the producer because it lowers the risk and cost for him. And it's a great deal for Amir because he gets a higher cut of the profits of the movie. But how can you do this? Step 1 is to replace position-based thinking with problem-based thinking. Stop thinking about the specific number you want to get and try to think about the problem that you and the other party are trying to solve in a negotiation. In Amir's case, this is his interest.
One, I want to make the film I want to make. I want audiences जिनके लिए मैंने film बनाई है उनको खुशी होनी चाहिए.
And he knows that his producer's interest is in not losing money for his movies. Once he knows that, he's able to make that win-win offer that we just saw. And if there's someone in your life who you would like to do this with, before talking to them, write down their needs and their real objectives. Then speak to them about how you can meet their real objectives instead of just trying to get a little bit more. Now there's one really important thing to note here. If you're doing this, insist on measuring performance based on an objective, easily measurable criteria. Otherwise, you'll get stuck in defining terms like if all goes well or if you do well or if you perform well. The final habit we'll touch on in today's video is perhaps the most important piece of advice in this video. And if you build this habit, you'll find it easy to get respect from other people because you'll move through the world knowing that you respect yourself. And that is to take responsibility by default. Many people avoid taking responsibility for their problems. They think that being responsible for something means being at fault for it. But Amir takes responsibility for his movie's performance even if he's not producing it.
तो मैं ये जिम्मेदारी लेता हूँ कि यार ये जब बनेगी तो इसमें किसी के जो पैसे लगे उसका लॉस नहीं होना चाहिए. वो जिम्मेदारी मैं लेता हूँ. I don't allow the producer to shoulder that responsibility alone.
If you want to become socially confident, step 1 is to realize that it's your responsibility to learn these skills. The people I see struggle the most with social skills are the ones who refuse to admit they have a problem. And once you take responsibility like this, you can objectively look at yourself and just start learning the necessary skills. Here's how Amir looks at Lal Singh Chaddha's box office failure.
वो मैंने थोड़ा पिच ऊपर किया, लेकिन ओरिजिनल बहुत कामयाब थी. और उसकी वजह ये है कि दो द राइटिंग स्ट्रक्चर वाज वेरी नॉट फॉर मेन स्ट्रीम, लेकिन टॉम हैंक्स का परफॉर्मेंस इतना कमाल का था दैट ही पुल्ड यू विथ हिम. परफॉर्मेंस लेट द फिल्म डाउन. दैट्स व्हाई आई फेल्ट दैट आई हैव लेट द फिल्म डाउन, बिकॉज़ अदरवाइज आई थॉट अद्वैत मेड अ डिसेंट फिल्म.
He's able to look at the film a few years later and objectively isolate his mistake and learn from it. So instead of looking for external reasons or people to blame your problems or lack of skills on, just try to ask, what is my role in this problem? Even if you weren't solely at fault for something, try to identify your role. Because if you take responsibility about something, you can do something about it. But if you blame it on other people, you will find that you're powerless to do anything.